Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack, and tonight's video is going to be on the number 6 installment on my top 10 horror list, Damien, the Omen 2. Now, I like all of these movies. I think it's a great story. I mean, just because of my religious beliefs, you know, I believe in the devil and God and the Antichrist, and this story is about the Antichrist coming, you know, to power. And in this certain film, you know, he's 13 years old and he, you know, is in military school. He's learning about politics and everything, and he actually finds out that he is the Antichrist in this film. And at first he don't want to accept it or believe it, but there's people, his disciples, you know, who are guarding him and watching over him. You know, they talk him into, you know, just accepting what you are and what you can do and your abilities. And you know, with all my other films in my list, you know, they all have affected me in some kind of way, and this movie affected me as far as riding in elevators, because there's a particular scene in this movie where Arsenio Hall, Easter egg, didn't know if you knew he was in it, but Arsenio Hall actually plays a doctor in this movie and does some blood work on Damien and finds out that he's, you know, the son of a jackal. He actually has jackal blood, and he was born from a jackal. His mother was a jackal in this film series. And when the devil finds out that he finds out about the jackal blood, you know, weird coincidences start to happen that lead into Arsenio Hall getting into an elevator, and it starts to drop, and he's panicking and everything. Then it stops, and he's like, gosh, I thought I was going to die. Then the counterweights start to drop in the shaft, and between the counterweights are these two wires, and they split the elevator in half. And when they do that, they split him in half. And I saw this movie around when I was about 12 years old. It came out in 1978. I didn't see it in a theater or anything like that, but I saw it when it came out on VHS. And experiencing that scene really literally terrified me still to this day, to where if I get in the elevator, I still wonder about if it drops and stops, are these counterweight wires going to come down and cut me in half? Not that I think that every time, but you understand what I'm saying. You know, sometimes you get these feelings because of something you've seen in movies. It can have an effect on you, and that's the effect that this movie had on me, was the elevator scene. But beginning to end, the movie's awesome. You know, there's the one scene where he's talking to his cousin, I think it is, and he tells his cousin that he is the Antichrist, and his cousin believes it because of things he's seen Damien do throughout the movie. And when he's yelling at him, you know, he's alive in me. I mean, it was powerful. I mean, still to this day, I haven't watched it in a while, and I plan to rewatch it because, you know, I like to re-up myself on my favorite movies, you know, every few years. But that scene was powerful to me when I was younger. You know, I believed it. You know, I believed that Damien Thorn is the Antichrist, and this is how it's going to happen, you know, when the Antichrist does come to Earth. It was just a real powerful scene, and if you rewatch it, I hope you agree with it that that can have an effect on you. But overall, love the film. It's one of my, you know, favorite horror movies of all time. That's why it made the list. It's number 6. That will conclude the lower 5 movies in my top 10. Now we'll be starting the top 5, which is really the best of the horror films, in my opinion. So anyway, what did you think of The Omen? Have you seen it? Have you seen the whole franchise? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, guys, remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bye.